Okay, let's discuss another important question. Explain the given passage in about 150 words, right? Okay. The questions could be either explain the given passage in about 150 words, or it could be write a short note explaining the idea presented in the passage, or what does the passage suggest about ancient Egyptian royal practices? Questions could be asked in different format. Okay, here is a question, or here are the lines. Probably only the Egyptians had it right. Their kings had sisters for queens to continue the incests of childhood into marriage. So these are the lines. Once again, probably only the Egyptians had it right. Their kings had sisters for queens to continue the incests of childhood into marriage. These lines are from Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. So these lines are from Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. In the novel, this idea appears where the narrator is discussing the intense emotional bond between Paul Morrell and his mother. So, in this novel, the idea appears when the narrator is discussing the intense emotional bond between Paul Morrell and his mother. The reference to ancient Egyptians is used comparatively and ironically to suggest how close, almost too close, their relationship is. The relationship between Paul Morrell and his mother. So in the novel, this idea appears when the narrator is discussing the intense emotional bond between Paul Morrell and his mother. The reference to ancient Egyptians is used comparatively and ironically to suggest how close, almost too close, their relationship is. The given passage comments on the marriage practices of ancient Egyptian royalty. The given passage comments on the marriage practices on ancient Egyptian royalty. It refers to the custom where kings married their sisters, which may seem unusual today, but had cultural significance in that society. The passage suggests that ancient Egyptian rulers believed in maintaining strong family bonds by continuing close relationships even in marriage. The phrase incest of childhood refers to the natural closeness between siblings during childhood, which was extended into adulthood through marriage. So the passage suggests that ancient Egyptian rulers believed in what? They believed in maintaining strong family bonds by continuing close relationship even in marriage. The phrase incest, you know what is incest, right? Incest of childhood refers to the natural closeness between siblings during childhood, which was extended into adulthood through marriage. Such marriages were not simply personal choice. They are not doing it for personal reasons, but had social and political purposes. They were meant, why they are marrying their siblings, to preserve the purity of the royal bloodline and ensure that power remained within the family. By avoiding marriages outside the family, the rulers believed they could protect their lineage and maintain stability in their rule. So that is why such marriages happen. At the same time, the passage has a slightly ironic tone. It indirectly points out how ancient customs were from modern values. So, how ancient customs differed from modern values. What was once accepted as normal in a particular culture may not be seen as unusual or controversial. So, something that is accepted once in the society maybe a completely a thing that is not acceptable to us or a controversial thing. The passage highlights the unique traditions of ancient Egyptian royalty and shows how cultural beliefs shape social practices. The passage highlights the unique traditions of ancient Egyptian royalty and shows how cultural beliefs shape social practices. It also encourages us to reflect on how ideas of family and marriages change over time. As conclusion, the passage indirectly reflects the intense emotional bond between Paul and his mother in Sons and Lovers by D.H. Lawrence. By comparing it to ancient Egyptian practices, the writer highlights how such deep attachments can influence personal relationships and create psychological conflict. So these all things you need to reflect on your answer. Okay.